Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to talk to you about today's topic, and I did pull inspiration for this from the comments you guys left me on my last video. Thank you everyone so much who commented, and I saw some common themes of tips for how do I get workouts done, being a mom of two, what meal ideas, nutrition tips, this and that. And those are such great topics, and I have so much to share for those. However, I want to take a step back, because I think that there is something even more important to talk about. I know that this is not such a black and white topic, but it is the fact that no matter how many tips I give you, no matter how many workouts or recipes, you have to have a why bigger than just I want to lose weight or I want to look good. There have been seasons where life has been too much and I have not prioritized my fitness or my nutrition. And I think that those seasons are okay to have, but it's not okay to stay there forever. And you kind of have to get real with yourself and give yourself a bit of tough love and a reality check and recognize when you have been putting yourself on the back burner for too long. And I also do acknowledge that you can value your well-being and your strength and endurance and all these things. But if you don't have the help, if you don't have resources, if you are just spread so thin, sometimes that is the situation. So I don't say this to be like, you just need to buck up and, get it done. No. However, I do think that one thing that I see happen is that people get stuck in an all or nothing mentality, because that is something that keeps people down way more than whatever the event was that happened that caused them to get off track. I think we are going to have things derail us. That is life, and you have to expect those, but you have to accept that it doesn't have to be forever. I also want to be very honest and very blunt and say that I am someone that balance is just a part of my personality. I know that I can't be perfect, and I don't want to be perfect. I don't want to put that pressure on myself. I allow myself grace, so it's easy for me to say. So I want to hear from those of you who do struggle with accepting that things are gonna come in waves. Maybe you are someone who's often struggled with the all or nothing mentality. I want to hear, are you still struggling with that, or is there something that you did to overcome that? Because as always, I'm here for the community, for the collective. This is not just about me. I am the one starting the conversations and engaging with you guys, but it's not just my story that matters here. And I want to hear from you guys so that others can read the comments and hear from others who have struggled with the all or nothing mentality. I don't ever want to be someone that just get up and work out and, just wake up earlier. It's not always that easy. Maybe for some it is, and that's okay too. I do also acknowledge for some people, fitness and having it be a part of their lifestyle just makes sense. There was a post that I saw before that was talking about equating generational wealth, and it was like, no, okay, obviously that's a topic, but it was actually generational health is something that we need to acknowledge and talk about. So if you have not had the example in your prior generations of your family of taking care of your health, then for those who have, it is, I don't want to say easy, it's never easy, but it's just a thing that they do, and it's a thing that their family has done and prioritized. And if you haven't had that, it's hard to pave that way and almost break that generational cycle. So essentially what I want to say is, before I dive into workout tips, nutrition tips, which I absolutely have those as someone who has struggled with making fitness a part of their life, and maybe even because I am so used to balance, sometimes I am a bit more lax because I do go easy on myself mentally and emotionally, so I don't feel like insane pressure. I almost feel like I keep myself in a bit of a checks and balances of not feeling the pressure too much or the pressure to change my body, especially postpartum. And I just honor the season I'm in, but sometimes that can leave me feeling like, oh, maybe I really need to be a bit more, not extreme with myself, but just sometimes I need to suck it up a little bit more. So you guys can let me know if any of you are in that boat too. But before I do dive into those tips, we have to be sure that you are in a mind space where you will give yourself grace, but some tough love. You need both. And you have to have a bigger why than just how you look It's okay to have physical and aesthetic goals. I have those too, but it can't be the biggest reason or the primary driver. It has to be something deeper about how you feel, about your strength, about your longevity. That's where it is for me, because I have seen my family members, which I never want to go into too many specifics because I don't want anyone to feel bad about, you know, where they're at physically. I also am very well aware that things happen in life, accidents, traumatic events, and that can absolutely impact how you show up for yourself and make fitness a part of your life or not. I would love to hear from you. Do you struggle with the all or nothing mentality? Or are you someone like me that like balance is just something that makes sense for you, but then in that case, maybe you need a little bit more tough love to like get yourself going and to actually take action? And then also, what is your why? If it is just to look good, you can be honest, that's okay. I wanna know where you're at, or is it something that is more in terms of your longevity, your strength, and how you feel? I can't wait to read your comments and hear from you guys and then build on these conversations together for the next video. And I do have another thing I wanna show you guys, so I'll say bye for now and I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, I know I just said I wasn't gonna give you fitness tips just yet, but I did want to show you a move. It's one of the #1 moves I always hear is causing pain, specifically lower back pain. And when I hear that, my alarm bells goes off of this is a proper form issue. So let me show you really quick. This is RDLs. This is also one of the best moves to do, especially if you are wanting to work on lower body glute growth, I feel like that's a tongue twister. Glutes, hamstrings, all of the above. So what I want you to really focus on, there's 2 things that I'm going to highlight here. One is when you stand, let's say return the dumbbells and you go into a standing position, I want you to focus on pushing the ground away from you. You are not lifting with your back. That is gonna get you an RDL jail, okay? So push the ground away from you. The other thing is dragging those weights along your shins, literally. And sometimes people get scrapes on their shins, and that is just a part of doing RDLs. You don't have to do that, okay? But I'm just saying they have to be connected to your shins, because if you let them disconnect, if they track too far forward, that's where your lower back is going to compensate, and that's where pain comes into the mix. So let me show you. You're gonna grab the weights. You do also need to have some lat engagement, okay? Because you don't want to be letting them hang down here. So roll your shoulders back, engage your lats, okay? So you're standing here, drag them along your shins, only hinge until your hips are at maximum hinge, okay? If your hips, your mobility only allows you to go here, don't keep going down to the ground, okay? That's not necessary. That's just going to overstretch your hamstrings, all right? So you are hinging, dropping the weights along your shins until your hips are fully hinged. Whatever your mobility is, return and push the ground away from you. So important. The other thing is here, we're not overextending. Nope, RDL jail, okay? You are just returning to neutral. You can even have a slight anterior tilt, just slight, not so much to where you have your lower back arched. Okay, inhale, dragging, stop the hinge, exhale, push the ground away from you. All right, I want you to practice those. Let me know how it feels. If this is a move that you still are struggling with, or in general, you just can't feel it in your glutes, in your hamstrings, let me know, because there is another trick I can show you. But let me know how these helped first, and if you need more help, comment, and I will do that in a future video. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful. Go practice your RDLs, and I'll see you guys next time.